Cerny Associates here in Minneapolis. Got the fellowship in architecture the same year that I got my fellowship, and we spent 2 years there in Rome. And Dewey Thorbeck came back and began to develop his practice, and then I would see him at the university here often, and we got together and we said, let's see if we can come up with a collaborative firm. So that's how it began, Interdesign Inc. And Peter Seitz, the graphic designer, and Stephen Kahn, the systems analyst, were a part of our initial group that remained together for about 15 years. Our whole approach was based on a project control group. In other words, every one of us was involved in every project. Lots of good comments, you know, when you're working with those people with divergent views about what's good in design. And bouncing these ideas off just improves the quality of the product. We competed with a lot of very high-quality firms. I think one has to do, if you want to get a job, you have to sort of begin the conceptual thinking and tease the client a bit with that thinking. So we illustrated some of the concepts of enclose the people, let the animals roam free, provide enclosed viewing all weather, so we wouldn't have to shut down the zoo in the wintertime. Other concepts like that. We're successful in getting that project, getting in the door, and then spending essentially 9 years of my professional life on the zoo. It was a great opportunity to lay out a large site system. We came up with many alternative designs, and then through an evaluative process of weighting certain factors, we were able to throw out schemes and ultimately come to the direction that we came to. But the exciting thing for me was up front, where we had to evaluate 4 different sites. And we did this with the computer, which in the early 70s was quite unique. We were using punch cards, but essentially we listed all the attributes of these sites, and then the board, we would weight certain of the factors, you know, vehicular access or topography or whatever, and we would rate them as well. And it was interesting to see that the site in Apple Valley came up the strongest in all of these. It was our favorite site, and it was a device by which we could clearly show, well, if the computer says this, it must be right. Spend a lot of time as landscape architects analyzing the features of this farmstead, essentially 500 acres of land. We hired a special firm to come in and do an analysis of people numbers, which began to dictate the size of the trails and the size of plazas and so forth, and the amount of parking we needed and so forth. Other factors like microclimate and so forth dictated where certain animals could be displayed, because polar bears require a different microclimate than the Siberian macaque or something, I'm not sure. We added at that time another architect to our team, Bob Lambert, who was a zoologist. And so we helped develop the program for the zoo and the types of facilities that would be provided. So it was helpful. We spent 9 years in putting together various construction packages, from the peripheral fence, which you had to provide for zoological gardens, all the way down to the final, the plantings for the tropics building. special packages that landscape architects would be involved with. So it was just a tremendous opportunity to work on a project that large for a young firm and get the thing done right.